What's up, guys? Figured I'd do a little vlog, talk about these speakers that I picked up at a yard sale for $30. They were used and they weren't really sure if they worked or not, so I figured I'd take a shot because the boxes alone are worth 30 bucks. Then I had an amp laying around that was in a tornado and it got slung out into the middle of a field. Once I got it out of the field, I brought it back in, threw it in a tub, and I hadn't looked at it in probably 5 years, so and then I also bought a triple suction mount, which I plan on using to try to get some cool shots. I'm going to mount it down to the side of the door and run around with it and tie a string to it or something so that if it falls, then, we won't actually lose the camera. But I ended up opening up the amp and checking out whether or not it was good. And it looked like it was good, so I ended up just throwing the cover back on it and cleaning it up. I'm going to do a little cleaning montage while I talk about the future parts. So my wide body kit actually just arrived, and I'm going to do an unboxing on that here soon. And then I saw there was like a ton of Black Friday sales. So I've actually ordered the vinyl wrap for the car because it was like $150 off the roll, which is something that I couldn't pass up. And then I ordered the wheels because they were 25% off. So basically I'm getting a free wheel if I order it right now. So those are on the way. And then I went ahead and just ordered the body kit too, because I didn't really want the wrap to get here and then not have the body kit to be able to add to it, to actually, go ahead and wrap it. So those things are on the way. And then we'll probably get an exhaust and some other modifications. As far as the stereo install, I had the control wire and the RCAs already hooked up to the stereo and just tucked in behind the glove box. And then also here's the igniter box if you've watched my previous video and where I was talking about it, but I didn't get a chance to show it until now. So this is it. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. I've got this all wired up, just chilling right there. I'll run the wires later through the car, but I just want to test. I don't know if this amp works or not, so we're just going to go ahead and test this real quick and see if it actually works or not. So I got some, I threw on some DMCA free music just for the sake of like not getting hit by YouTube. Hopefully they don't silence me. Initial setup. What do you mean initial setup? Finish. Agreed. Alright, phone hooked to it. So that's good. Let's turn this up to like 15. Is it moving? I am not feeling any motion. That is not good. Does the amp have power? I do not see an orange light. And I do have a control wire hooked up. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be illuminated. So I will work on that and we'll come back. Okay, so quick update. Here's what we got. The control wire wasn't working, so I gotta get behind the deck to figure that out. So what I did is I just jumpered it off of the hot wire for the moment now. And now there's light screen. So we've got power. The other half of that was I still wasn't getting actual sound out of the speaker through the RCA, so those appear not to be working either. Now these are old cables that I had off of my old car. They've been laying around. There's no telling what's wrong with them. So what I did is I found an actual cord that I could just plug into a phone that I had laying around, and now I actually have sound. It sounds absolutely terrible at the moment. So we got to do some like tweaking and tuning and whatnot, but we do have audio, so that's good. Lots of things to figure out now to get this thing working properly, but it's progress. Alright, so we're going to have to pull the deck and check some of the wiring behind it. Since I'm doing this, I figure I might as well do a tutorial. So basically, in order to get this deck out, you got to pull this panel first. There's just two clips that sit back here and they connect in to here. which I know it's kind of hard to see, and one over here. So that happens, and then there are screws. Let me get this light down. Okay, so once you pop that panel off, you can see the clip where these clips right here are. Now you can see that where this clip slides into, it slides into that little square right there. And then these bolts are what holds the bottom half of the deck in. As far as the top of the deck, you have to pull this panel up. But first you want to take a panel popper and pop this little insert up. That's going to give you access to the 2 screws that you actually need to take out in order for this whole top piece to come up. Once you've got those out though, there's just 2 more screws that are down below it that go to the top of your deck. Actually, it goes like to the top of the AC unit because it's all just one piece. Alright, we've got this all figured out. So basically, for whatever reason, on the output, on the RC outputs, there's a subwoofer, a front, and a rear. And for whatever reason, the sub output is not working. So I tried front and rear, and they both work. Naturally, we're going to go with rear. I'm going to clean these up, and I'm going to start running the wires. But it looks like we're on the right path now. So basically, I ran the wire, the hot wire from the battery down into the cab of the car and underneath the passenger side panel, all the way back into the trunk, and then cleared everything out of the trunk, pulled this back bolt, and instead of doing the audio for this grinder, which is insanely loud, I figured I'd just talk over it. But basically, ground that down, and then I took a washer just to make sure we get good connectivity to the chassis, and got that connected up for the ground wire. Alright, so that's done. I got the wire run through. I got to do some button up stuff like hide this, mount that, get these in the right spot because it currently won't close with the trunk lid where it's at. So I'll probably just have to lay these down and face them up or something, but it is what it is. I ran this behind the seats, under the back seat, and then let me see what they show this at all. So it's basically going underneath the seats right here and then all the way down that. So that's that. Anyhow, so that's going to wrap it up for this vlog. If y'all want to see the future build stuff, hit the subscribe button. Those videos will be coming out. I'm going to do a few vlogs in between while we're waiting on parts and everything. So appreciate the support. This is pretty much a brand new channel. So if you guys can subscribe and to support the channel, that'd be fantastic. If not, that's okay too. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening.